Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Rogue Legacy Red here. I will have to go ahead and explain a few things, so I'm just gonna, for now, at least looking at the gameplay, jump in the castle, get started on killing a few monsters and picking up some gold, and only then we will talk a little bit about the gameplay. So first of all, I do need to tell you that I actually had some severe recording issues before starting this one right here, this recording that you're now watching. So there were a few bits of the game, a little bit of gameplay that you are now going to miss out on, just because it was really framey. I wasn't really happy with anything that happened during that, I don't know, like 30-minute period in which I was trying to get the game running well, and I have no idea why that ended up being like that. I don't know why it was all that framey, because the past recordings, truth be told, have actually been going really well, like surprisingly well, and I was a big fan of those, but now it kind of decided to not really be my friend anymore and instead make recording a hassle. But now I actually not even upgraded, that's the very opposite of what I was gonna say here. I downgraded to 720p, which is what you guys would have gotten anyway, but now that's what I'm also recording in, what I'm playing in, like natively 720p. Previously I was recording in 1080 and then downgrading it, or downscaling it if you want to be precise. So hopefully that's not going to result in too much of a lack of quality. I mean, if anything, I would actually imagine that this is now going to be a lot more pleasant for you guys, just because of course it's going to be more like suited to the resolution that I then also upload the footage in. So anyway, basic thing to take away from all of that, you missed out on a few little bits of gameplay. I upgraded my health a little bit, I believe. I also upgraded my crit chance a little bit. All pretty minor stuff though. Didn't pick up any crazy armor. I might have found like a new blueprint in some kind of chest, but whatever. That's basically all there's to it, and hopefully we're now gonna have a good time with this run right here. So that was actually a health and mana refill, which I'm a big fan of. There's a jukebox. Now playing pistol, okay. Don't know what that is all about, but that apparently now is playing pistol shrimp right there. So let's try to, oh god, I hate these rooms. Can we kill the guy? I really would, whatever. Let's just leave. That is just not a good time right there. I could tell you that for a fact. I don't know. I always have a hard time hitting the downward strikes like that. It's just that they're really hard to execute for whatever reason. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm using a Bluetooth controller, because it isn't wired and stuff like that. Maybe there's some input lag right there, but everything else feels so fine that I kind of don't want to blame it on the fact that it is wireless. So I don't know. For example, jumping feels so spot on. There's basically no lag there whatsoever. So I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. There apparently was Santa in the distance now, which is so weird. Like in the background, I mean. But okay, I will embrace it, is what I was gonna say. Now I will embrace death. At least for the time being right here, though. Let's pick a new character. That was a shinobi anyway, and you guys probably all know that I'm not the biggest fan of shinobi. Will we have to go with a dwarf? I guess we'll have to. I just like the barbarians so much. But yeah, as you can see, there's a few things that have changed now, I believe. I previously did not have the 2 out of 25, sorry, right there, and also I don't think I had the 6 out of 75 right here. Maybe also upgraded my equip up a little bit. And that is maybe also something I want to go for right now, or is there anything else? Magic damage up. I'm not too fond of the magic damage just yet. Attack up is what I'd then decided for. So, with all of that out of the way, we're just gonna once again enter the castle. It's basically rinse and repeat the game, isn't it? But I also really like how it is like that, because it gives you a really great sense of progress here. Very similar to a Dark Souls, you of course are traveling through areas you've been to before in order to then get to later areas. And that is just a really nice way of showing the player that he has improved. I am now killing all of these things a lot quicker than I was initially. So that is really nice. I really appreciate that. But still, I do get the feeling that we're kind of at least the closest to stuck that we've been in this series so far, because I've not seen the freaking forest boss yet, and that is certainly something I want to achieve today. That is basically my main goal for this episode, seeing the damn thing at least. Not necessarily killing it, I'm not saying that, but seeing what it's all about would be very nice. I did, for whatever reason, not expect that guard box to turn around like that, and that is actually really bad now, because we ended up losing health. But also, of course, we are once again a barbarian, and that means extra health, so I'm a big fan of all of that. What the no, we're not doing that. We are absolutely not doing that. This I can get down with. I don't mind the 3 guys, especially since they are all just the standard I swing my sword knights, and not the I'm gonna send out like a shockwave of destruction guys. So that was rather easy. Picked up some health there as well. We're now almost full, and I also do have approximately 340 gold. So that is all things, or those are all things to get the grammar right here, that I can totally get down with. Now, come on. Aw, freaking cheeky portrait there. There we go, much better. Now, okay, the pink question mark to the right. So if you take a look at the mini-map, the one to my right here is probably the one where we encounter that big, I shoot so many projectiles knight. That is also, once again, the official name. I just looked it up right here in my instruction manual for the game. So we probably won't gonna go there again. Maya I'm also not down with. This is also just another entrance to the Maya. I'm gonna interact with the teleporter just for the heck of it. But afterwards, wait. You know what, afterwards I'm probably then still going to teleport to the beginning of the castle, which is basically the opposite of what I was about to say there. But there are some pretty neat rooms, seemingly, to my right. And that is something I, of course, want to explore. Forest is always to the right, and, of course, that is then where I want to be. I also do believe that you guys actually now miss, like, 2 journal entries that I encountered. Where the shit? Oh, it's just like a secret passage then. Alright, whatever. I guess I'm cool with it, but also I don't really see the point. Do I want to kill those things? Let's maybe take care of that guy first, and only then move on. Oh, shit. Move on to this. And only then tell you about the journal entries that I found. So, I believe it was 5 and 6 that I found off camera. And 5 was all about... Oh my god. Okay. I can do this. I actually totally did it. And I'm so surprised. And we now have a haste rune or whatever that was called. I didn't quite take a look at it. Admittedly, but alright. Let's just get out of it. Ended up taking a little bit of damage there, but that's totally fine. Now, journal entry 5 was something along the lines of, I can't really map this place out. It is so confusing, but I do seem to recognize a pattern here. Forest is always to the right. Maya's always up. I'm still getting turned around though. I don't really know. I don't really understand the castle. And that is all stuff we've previously talked about. So we already know what he means by all of that, right? The forest is totally always to the right. And the Maya's always up. And then the 6th entry, I believe, is where he then also started talking about the Land of Darkness a little bit. But really didn't go into detail on anything like regarding the difficulty of it, or maybe like a good strategy that you want to be applying there. Mostly it was just your standard, I really don't like the place. It's really dark. It's always down. And that was basically all there's to that. Now, fairy chest objective. Defeat all the enemies. Can we do that? We probably can. I mean, it doesn't say anything about, like, defeat all the enemies without taking damage. That would be a pretty difficult one, but I believe with all of this right here, probably can pull it off. Now, only the portraits are going to be the hard ones here. Oh, and also I guess falling down onto the spikes would be pretty terrible as well. But the portraits I can get down with. Let's just kill it. Let's, get it there. Okay. Luckily, we do get a kind of short period of invincibility there. So the spikes didn't end up hurting. But still, I don't appreciate it, the skeleton. Is that all? Oh no, there's another portrait right here. So, the last one, I would assume, is actually also an advanced one, it seems. Doomscape is what that is. Totally ran into that. Attack. But as long as we can now... okay. Focus on all of this. We should have completed the objective. We can now explore that whole chest and be a very happy person as a result. So Sky Rune, I don't know what it does, but Sky kind of, to me at least, implies that we're going to be jumping maybe a little bit higher or something like that. And that all is pretty cool. Maybe, I don't know. There's always downsides to jumping high as well, right? Especially if there are a lot of spikes attached to the ceiling, but yeah, maybe it's going to be not necessarily always jumping higher, but having the ability to jump higher by holding the button down or something like that. Anyway, this is now going to be the Land of Darkness, and I don't appreciate that whatsoever. I wasn't really expecting that, now was I? Well, I guess in that case we're going to go back to the beginning yet again for the second time now in this run, and then take a look at the remaining exits that we got going here. It's kind of strange how long this run has been going on, and then also it is even stranger that we haven't really picked up a whole lot of gold still. Like there's not really all that much that I have, is there? 790 is okay, but nothing anybody's gonna like freak out about, so let's now be careful with all of this and avoid the shots like a pro, like I've done this before, and I actually do believe that I've done something similar to this before. Okay, gold is totally fine, thank you very much. Ooh, okay. I actually was about to say I'm totally gonna take damage here, and that is very much the opposite of what ended up happening, so awesome. Another portrait, let's just hit it. In the end, that is potential extra gold right there. Also, I guess potential extra damage, but gold is probably worth the risk, just because we want to keep upgrading. Because, I mean, if I actually make it to the forest boss, I don't really see myself beating it just yet. If anything, we're just going to take a look at him real quick, probably die in a matter of seconds. I've never seen his pattern before. I don't know how much health he is. I don't know how much health I take off of him. So probably only going to take a look at him, and then later on, in like the upcoming episode, or one of the upcoming episodes, take him down. So, alright. Eye has priority, just because it can shoot through anything, then the skeleton, then the portrait that actually is one. Like a monster. Come on. Totally good. I wasn't really expecting to hit that just because I'm a dwarf, and I guess the main downside to all of that, while of course having a smaller hitbox, is wait, there's totally a hidden entrance there for me. Yeah, so the main downside to the dwarf is going to be the fact that I don't have like that high of a range in which I can attack in. I'd only hit in like a very close proximity of mine. And that is the downside. The upside, of course, then is that I can fit through these small secret corridors, which you just saw one of, and then also the fact that I have a smaller hitbox to begin with, so that's pretty neat. Now, looking for the forest still. I'm really surprised. That is usually like the easiest area to find, I find. And that now just makes me feel a little weird that we haven't found it yet. But if we do that on like the next floor, just disregard everything that I just said. But then again, we of course once again already have to... Oh! And we totally are going to find it now. Anyway, let me now pick up the stuff. I don't really know. Let's pick it up still. Enter force up something here. And that is totally fine by me. He actually then spawns a spiky ball. I didn't really think that would be the case, but alright, whatever. Let's kill all the things. Let's peek at Santa in the background and Rudolph. That is so strange, but I really like it for some strange reason as well. Now, yeah, there's basically no way of knowing where the boss is going to be in this whole mess. Like, it's not like the forest boss is always going to be to the right or something like that. I believe that is still very much random, but let's explore it a little bit. Maybe find it, maybe not, whatever. I hate all of this, though. Let me get out of this. Already failed the objective there, and that is then the land of darkness down there. So this is also really evil trap right now. Very happy that I avoided that. Very happy that I avoided that. Only gotta avoid it once more, and that was probably the best timing for that as well. So, moving on to the right. A little health and mana up. Or mana? I don't know. As a German, I would probably pronounce it mana, but whatever. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. Tell me what your favorite mana/mana pronunciation is, and then we'll discuss in the comment section who has the better language. And I don't know which one is the better language, if there even is one. Usually that's very subjective, isn't it? But alright, I can probably kill this thing. It's not that hard to dodge. It actually gives you a crazy amount of gold. And we now take a look at it. I have 1900 right there, and that is substantial. That is truly substantial. Alright, a few more of these. I hate it, kind of. Let's maybe stick to the left wall here. That probably will allow me to avoid all of this a little bit more safely. And then all the chests. Look at the chests. What are they going to contain? Silver helm. And now? Silver cape. So good. So good right there. I cannot wait to see what those are all about. Also, I do have to point out that we're really low in health, though, and I almost ended my life there as well. So, let's be careful from now on. I wouldn't really mind dying. I mean, it's sad, and we once again then missed out on the boss, which of course sucks to some extent. But I picked up a lot of gold, and I'm really excited to invest all of that gold into, like, mostly passive upgrades, I guess, but also I will certainly take a look at the silver stuff that we just picked up here. So, is there going to be a safe way for me to leave all of this behind and not die in the... I'm probably gonna die. There we go. I couldn't turn around in time. What a messed up situation that was. Anyway, guys, that was a lot of monsters killed. That was a lot of money gained. And I'm now gonna go ahead and spend all of that money, then call it a day, and then pick up right where we are gonna leave you, or I'm gonna leave you with this episode. So anyway, we have a hypergonadism dude here, permaroided, attacks knock enemies further. I'm a big fan of that. Mage, not the big fan of that. And nearsighted is also really not something I'm gonna do, at least not deliberately. Anyway, let's maybe first of all take a look at the stuff that we picked up, like the silver cape and stuff like that. Now we have a silver helm, plus 10 health, plus 5 mana. Also will weigh another extra like 10 units. Is that the silver? No, that's blood chest. And then here we have the silver limbs, which actually add 12 magic. I don't know. That's not really too amazing now, is it? Night cape, silver cape. It does add quite a few. Like critical damage is what it adds. But I don't really have the equipment load necessary for that. So maybe for now we're gonna go with the silver helm, just because that is like a straight up upgrade to everything that we got going here. So let's do that. And then maybe go back to the manor and upgrade our passive abilities for the time being. So maybe some equip up is going to be a good decision here. Also, I would say attack up is something that is going to be worthwhile. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I am happy that I managed to overcome all those recording difficulties, and that we can now carry on with Rogue Legacy right here. Anyway, I will be back with more, of course, and then we're gonna hopefully finally see the frickin' forest boss. I mean, Jesus. This is now getting to a point where I frickin' want to see that thing. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you next time, guys, and goodbye.